Good afternoon. Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at MarketSite is Sebastian Serrano. He's the CEO of Ripio Credit Network. Sebastian, thank you very much for joining me at MarketSite today. Let's talk about transforming global credit and lending. You think there's problems currently with P2P and the marketplace lenders as it exists right now. Why is that?
So a few things. One is that most peer-to-peer lending platforms that exist today are specifically to just one location or one jurisdiction. So they are constrained. Each one of them are just in one nation or one jurisdiction, and they cannot be completely global. Another thing is that the information for the lender is usually asymmetrical. The marketplace is usually incentivized into have as many loans being processed to take fees on lending. So usually the information that the lender has is usually asymmetrical to the marketplace. I have some incentives that may not be always aligned. And another thing is that they also have operational costs that end up becoming, especially in emerging markets like what we're focused on, in costs that leave people outside of the system that could be they could join the networks and could get access into more financial services.
Well, what about that? What about balance sheet lenders and banks? I would imagine there's challenges there as well.
Yeah, so for banks and for these entities also, they end up fundraising locally. And if we wanna build a global financial system, we have to find ways where the banks and also people can finance completely in a global.
And Ripio is focused on the Latin American market.
So Ripio is we launched as a wallet that is crypto and more like a Venmo wallet to give something more local here. We have over 200,000 users across Latin America, and our main countries are Argentina, Brazil. And we always focus on crypto and blockchain technology.
Right.
And with our expertise, we got into start thinking on how to give credit solutions for a user base.
So how could blockchain, how can blockchain help make the global lending market more efficient? So
if you think it as a trend, Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies and blockchain is money becoming software. And in top of that, there is a new technology which is called smart contracts. And so if you think like credit is one of the oldest contracts that exist, and it makes sense that it will start becoming software. So that's how we started thinking on how to apply it to credit to solve a very big need. So we're starting with our user base, and when a user goes into an app and asks for a credit, what we are doing on the back is creating a smart contract that represents that request for credit.
Right.
And then to that, this template, this document that lives as software, we start adding more information as on identity verification, a score, there is a cosigner that acts as a warranty, and then it's published into the blockchain.
Right.
And then lenders across the world, they can fund that loan, and this is truly a global network.
Yeah, you're hearing more about blockchain and smart contracts. I mean, ad tech is another big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this can be truly disruptive, and we're going to start seeing more and more solutions for financial services being built on top of blockchain, and the technology is going to be very disruptive.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sebastian, for joining me at MarketSite. And thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.